President Milei was elected to fix Argentina's broken economy, a huge task that everyone recognized couldn't be achieved overnight. Voters were prepared to give him time and space to do what's necessary, and the green shoots of recovery are beginning to show. However, Milei's recent switch of focus to international politics and culture wars isn't going down very well back home, and could be Milei's undoing when it comes to the next election. Back in 2023, Javier Milei was elected to President of Argentina on the very specific platform of fixing the economy and putting the brakes on the out-of-control inflation brought about by previous administrations. He said many times that he isn't a politician, he's an economist. Coming forward a little over a year, and his chainsaw strategy seems to be working. So much so that Milei's friend Elon Musk is currently doing the same to the US government. However, despite his impressive achievements, there's still a long way to go. Institutions and businesses around the world have praised Milei's efforts, but the much-needed investments remain little more than a trickle. The self-styled anarcho-capitalist is no longer the darling of international right-wing events, greeted by hordes of fans and rapturous applause, but rather Milei is rapidly becoming yesterday's news. Things have moved on, and the Trump and Musk show now occupies the limelight and the headlines. Perhaps bored with the slow reality of international finance and frustrated by the lack of attention, Milei now seems to be trying to grab the headlines by playing politics and following his idols in their war on global woke. Milei's decisions to pull Argentina out of the World Health Organization and other international treaties might have more to do with currying favor to the new bosses rather than what is actually good for the country. Argentina is generally seen as a liberal country with a diverse and permissive society. There's always been very much a sense of live and let live here, and people feel free to get on with their lives largely without criticism or interference. Back in 2010, Argentina was the first country in Latin America to legalize gay marriage, and in 2020, one of the first to legalize abortion. For as long as I can remember, trans people have lived openly in Buenos Aires, with a major TV star representing a shining example of acceptance for the community. But from his earliest speeches, Javier Milei sent a shiver down the spine of many progressives in Argentine society. Milei made no secret of his disdain for what he sees as the twin demons of socialism and feminism, and he became known for his aggressive and unguarded accusations towards international leaders and organizations. Once in office, he realized that for the sake of diplomacy and business relations, he'd have to tone down some of his rhetoric, but his fiery speeches before international forums still blamed the global left for all the world's problems. Possibly emboldened by his recent invitation to the inauguration of his friend and ideological soulmate Donald Trump, Milei gave a speech before the World Economic Forum in Davos, in which he accused the LGBTQ+ community of being pedophiles, causing outrage and huge demonstrations in Buenos Aires and across the country. This kind of toxic rhetoric may play well with Milei's hardcore support, but it was the middle-class centrists that voted him in to fix the economy, and when they get tired of his games, they can just as easily vote him out again. Milei has chosen his side in the global anti-woke culture wars and doesn't seem to care what others think. He seems to thrive on controversy, good or bad. To paraphrase Oscar Wilde, the only thing worse than being talked about is not being talked about, and Milei adores being the centre of the conversation. But is this really what Argentines voted for? Can Milei still deliver on his economic promises, or is he now more interested in a role as court jester in the Trump and Musk roadshow? Let me know what you think in the comments. And don't forget to like, share and subscribe for more news and opinion from Argentina. If you want to support the channel, you can buy me a coffee in the link below, and I'll see you next time.